is God's roadmap for Israel and the church? These short Q&As will help guide you on your way. Israel is often accused of oppressing the Palestinians. The security barrier is used as an example. Is the security barrier justified?
We often see pictures of a huge prison-like concrete wall near Bethlehem. Sometimes it is even claimed that the wall surrounds Bethlehem, virtually like a prison. It does not. The first thing we should know is that Israel's security barrier is 97% chain link fence, with a sand road beside it and electronics in it to reveal when the border has been crossed. The small portion that is a high concrete wall is where Palestinian snipers or rock throwers have been attacking Jews. Bethlehem is adjacent to Jerusalem, and Palestinian snipers used to fire into Jerusalem prior to the barrier being built. Our own international CEO experienced these bullets coming into her own neighborhood from Bethlehem. The concrete wall is high enough to thwart these attacks. Border fences are commonplace around the world. India, Spain, France, Turkey, Morocco, Saudi Arabia, the United States, 77 walls or fences and counting. But Israel is singled out. In many ways, Israel is singled out and held to a different standard from any other country. What about the purpose of Israel's security barrier? We are sometimes told that this barrier was built by Israel to steal land from the Palestinians. I once sat through an hour-long diatribe in a Christian university in which the speaker talked about the wall as a means to steal Palestinian land. She did not mention terrorism even once. Yet the barrier is clearly and 100% a security mechanism. It was built as part of Israel's response to the 2001 Second Intifada, when suicide bombers were blowing themselves up in Israeli buses, restaurants, weddings, you name it, on a horribly frequent basis. As the barrier was put in place from north to south, you could see terrorism disappear in those areas. Once fully in place, suicide bombings have been reduced dramatically. There were 60 suicide bombings in 2002, only 4 in 2006. And regarding the accusations of land stealing, the barrier did encroach across the green line in small dimensions for geographical reasons. There have been a number of Supreme Court cases over it. Some court decisions have favored the Palestinians, and in these cases the barrier was rerouted. But to claim that land was the motive for building this barrier is unsupportable, in the face of the obvious purpose of reducing terrorism. As I left that lecture in a Christian university, my student host said to me, "Did you feel the hatred in that room?" I had. It was clear in the mockery and the blatant twisting of the facts, and in the cheering of the students and faculty. The evil Jews are going to any length to steal land from the Palestinians. The reality of buses and pizza parlors being blown up and dozens killed and maimed. Apparently not a reason to defend oneself, nor for non-Israelis like these Christian students to stand with Israel against murder and mayhem. The readiness of the world in general to think ill of Israel and the Jewish people is almost a fact of life, to single her out to a higher and unreachable standard. It is the age-old attitude of anti-Semitism, Jew hatred. We will ask further about this phenomenon in the next episode. So, next time you see a photo of the concrete barrier in Israel, ask yourself why you have never seen a picture of the chain link fence, which makes up 97% of the security barrier. And next time you hear of a suicide bombing killing innocent bystanders somewhere in the world, ask yourself if you would want your nation to do whatever it could to prevent this from happening to you.